All right. Hello and welcome. There won't be any music, but there will probably be sound of tapping and stuff like that. I have to re-record this because the very first video was very unfortunately an hour in length. So, and I was still trying to figure things out. So I have been using this new addition to the game as of update 3.33.0, and it is very interesting. Here's I did make a short previous to this talking about how I've been just trying to figure it out, and I think I figured out like the basicness that you really need to know. So we're gonna set one up for a character rather than how I did it before, just explain. I think it would be better if I just set one up for one of my characters, and it would make more sense. Also, the reason I've been destroying those bosses is because apparently they switched from 10,000 to 20,000%, or maybe it was 15 to 20, and the attack increases from 30 to 50% now, and stays active for not 10 but 20 seconds. And she went from dealing 50,000% to dealing 70,000% in damage and a bunch of other boosts other than the 2% max HP loss that also stacks. So let's set something up for a character. And who better to set up than no, you know what? Let's do Vox. I think Vox will be a pretty interesting one to set up. So his current equipment is this one, set 3, right? Yeah. So we'll set an AI. So, very simple things we have here. We have default AI. If I do this and I say instinct, we got a few things here. This is going to be interesting because it's going to be a new lesson for me because I haven't worked with this Magia Drive stuff yet. When Magia Drive is not active, and then when the HP, okay. So this is going to be interesting. Okay, so we're on a fresh routine. So we have skill, arts, true arts, equipment 1, and equipment 1 self. Okay, so this is the one. Okay, so use equipment 1, 2, or 3 of the slots top to bottom, the top being 1, middle being 2, bottom being 3. Equipment 1 self means you set one of these 3 equipments on yourself or first, second, third, or fourth unit. And I believe it goes from left to right, first being left, the farthest on the left, and fourth being the farthest on the right, or just on a random unit. Probably whichever one fits the criteria of the equipment. Or needs it more, or something like that. Or literally just random. So, we have that. I don't want to mess with that because I don't need to mess with that. He has all AoE equipment, so let's start with equipment. That one's easy. So we got action 1, equipment. Condition, when the current wave is 1 or higher. Yeah. So actually, no, you don't really need to do that. You need to do this one. Let's just do this for his first equipment. So when the CT of the equipment is 100%, I mean, you can only really use equipment when it's at 100% anyways. It's a little loading bar that's on the equipment after you've used it. 1, 2, or 3, obviously. You could switch this to more or less than 100%. You could set it. There you go. It's very simple, very simplistic. So there's also skill CT, but that I'll explain in a second. So we'll set this condition. You can set more than one condition for different kinds of equipment. So I can also add when the unit's HP is 100% or more. So when it's less than 100%, then it won't use the equipment. even though the skill CT is at 100%. So there are two conditions onto it. So if the equipment matches both of those, if the unit itself matches the first condition of having full health and the second condition of having full bar on the equipment, then the equipment will be used. Simple as that. So we got that. Let's set up our second equipment. Actually, we can do something different. We can press the little copy button up here. Boom, boom. So tap and hold on here. Okay, we can do it through here too. All right, tap and hold on the little guy. Equipment 3. But actually, I want to do something different for the third equipment. The third equipment, I want to set it this one. When any unit has a status ailment, it'll use this item. That means when everyone faints, it'll probably use the item. But I guess it wouldn't be able to because you can't use anything when they faint. But okay, so basically what I just did here is for the third equipment, if you don't know, the third equipment is whatever. It's that 4-star healing necklace that heals everyone's status ailments, except for disease and faint. So when the equipment is available, unless someone has a status ailment, if no one has a status ailment, boom, it won't be used. Pretty neat, right? But the second someone gets a status ailment, boom, it's going to be used. This is an AoE here, so it doesn't really matter, and this is his true weapon, so it also doesn't matter at all. Alright, next. We have the next condition. Let's do true arts. Because that's like, oh, actually, no. Let's do his skill next. So, SKL for skill. Hit the little gear, add a condition, and it will be skill CT. When his skill CT of this unit, you don't have to tap here, you have to tap on the little square over here. When the skill CT of this unit is 100% or more, he'll use his skill. It's pretty much what it's saying. And then obviously you can add extra conditions to that depending on what kind of thing. I could do it, he'll use his skill only when his Magia Drive is active, but that would be a waste because his skill increases his Arts Gauge by 20 and then by 40 when Magia Drive is active anyways. So kind of don't want to have to do that. Alright, now that we have the equipment done with, the skills done with, now we can move on to his arts and his true arts. I'm going to start with the true arts first. So this is basically the order that's going to go in first. First equipment, then the second, then the third, then his skill, then it's going to do his true arts. That's pretty much how I do things anyways. And if you've seen the AI, when you tap on auto, everything like just shoots out. So now there will be an order to how things happen rather than just doing everything at random like the AI normally does. Alright, so sorry, it's 2 a.m. So we got his true arts set. Let's add a condition. Here we go. When Magia Drive is not active, you will use when the arts gauge of this unit is 100 or more, 200 or more, boom. So when it's not active, it'll have to do that. So now we need a second true arts, add a condition. When Magia Drive is active, you'll still do the same thing. You'll use your true arts. I think anyways. I haven't tried this out yet, so we're both going to see how this turns out. So next we do arts, add a condition, when Magia Drive is active, because I only really like using it when it's active anyways, his arts. So we can switch this one, the HP one, when the HP of this unit is, I'm going to say 70% or more. I'm going to say 70% or less than to use his arts. Save changes. All right, so let's save the changes. Include this, apply. Caritas, the relic force. That's the one I was referring to. We're gonna change this team just a little bit, just a tad bit, because I just need to prove a point. I just need to make sure that this plays out like I want it to. And if it doesn't, then we'll see what happened and figure out what I did wrong. But it really isn't that difficult, though, to be honest. If this works, then this is really not that tough to understand. And let me show you one more thing before we start a battle. I just deleted her from the party that she was in. We have a special chick. I'll just throw her in here. Named Rem. I set Rem up with this. This is her AI set. You can tap up here next to the character. You can have a bunch of letters, icons, different crap. You can have a whole bunch of stuff, and you can have a bunch of stickers. And I think these are all the stickers I have. I still don't know. Don't do multiplayer stuff. I haven't done any of that kind of stuff in a long time, so I don't know. So these are her conditions. But you see something different at the bottom with her arts. So her true arts activates, obviously, when you have 200 arts gauge, then you use your true arts. That's just how it works. One full art gauge is 100, 2 is 200. Skill, equipment, I didn't do anything special for that. The difference is the arts. This one, when the unit's true arts has been used 2 times or more, then when this unit has used arts and true arts in total an even number of times. So basically, when I started a battle, I didn't have this even arts true arts. So she would use her true arts twice, just as this condition states. And then she would use her arts, and then use her arts again, and then again, and again, and again, and again, and again. That's not what I wanted. I wanted her to use her true arts twice, and then her arts once, and then repeat. Because 2 is an even number, this basically says, okay, now that you've used your arts once, this repeats. True arts goes again. She needs to use her true arts 2 more times, and then her arts will activate. And then once again, true arts twice, and then her arts will activate. That's basically what that does. And obviously, if you have an odd number and not an even number, then you set that. Or if I have 3, I can still keep it at even, but then there's a chance that it can do the odd number or whatever. So make sure if you do stuff like that, for example, you need to use his arts like 5 times. You can set like some crazy complex thing that I'm going to figure out for him sometime later probably, because I want him to use his true arts, use his true arts, and then go back to using his arts as much as he possibly can, just to help the rest of the team with AoE. So I'll probably make something cool out of that, but for the time being, we are here with Vox. Make sure that this is actually set. One thing I did complain about is, you know how you have to tap here to include AI? Hold on a second and listen to what I have to say here. Okay, so auto's off. When you tap the menu button up here, you go into options, you can set them each to AI, right? So when you tap on auto, the AI will do its thing and follow whatever commands you set for whichever one that you applied to. But if you don't want the AI to do anything, rather than not applying the AI, can't you just switch it to one of these? I feel like AI should just automatically be active, right? And if you don't want to use AI, then, or any type of thing, just set them all to do not use. So when you accidentally tap auto, it's, you know, like I feel like that's how it should be, but it's all right. So let's set it, Fox, to AI. Everybody will use their equipment because that's how the auto battle is set, but the AI will do its thing. Actually, what if I turn all this stuff off? Just, oh, there is no auto button anymore. There you go. Okay, everyone's got to use their stuff. All right. So he uses his true arts. What is he gonna do next? He uses his true arts with his Mega Drive. Okay, good. That's great. That's great. This won't work because I need him to take damage. What could I do to deal damage to Fox? Who has magic items? Ooh, I know who has magic items. Goddammit. The wizard. Where is he? No, he's a fire unit. But he has 2 magic items. The clown. This guy. He's got slots for magic items. And 2 of the magic items. Oh wait, no, they're physical items. Never mind. Oh, God, I'm sorry. Hold on. Yeah, you'll pick up what I'm putting down in a minute. I wish you could search like specifically like. Oh, you can. How did I never see this before? Actually, it's a 4-star physical, so I need someone with. Well, actually, it doesn't matter. So, will my stupid brain just stop? God damn it. What did you have? You don't even have physical slots. Oh, wait, no. No, yeah. Equipment. 5-star physical. How many do you have? You only have 1. Is it resetting? It is resetting every time. How many do you have? Do you have 2 physical slots? What am I doing? I know who has 2 physical slots. Do I? No, he doesn't. Who the hell has 2 5-star physical slots? You have 2 5-star physical slots. I promise you this is going to make sense in a minute. So what we're gonna do now is do this and this. Are you picking up what I'm putting down yet? Because I need him to take as much damage as possible, you know? I have a special magic item. Or is it a defense item? I might actually be. Yeah, but it's a defense item. Damn it. Oh, whatever. This will work. I just need Fox to take damage to see if he uses his equipment. With the whole AI thing. Alright. So hopefully his health is going to drop down below 70% at some point. This is going to take a bit. No, it won't, because Melty is here and she heals the team by 250 HP. Man, why is that so hard to just prove a point? You don't even have a tough battle. This chick will work. She'll work perfectly. Actually, I might want Hart back in the team for this. Because I know I'm not going to win. But I don't want to fully lose either, you know? Okay, so this should work. Make sure Hart isn't doing anything stupid. Okay. I forgot I need to sit here and not heal anybody. It's just instinct. It's my own human instinct to be like, yeah, let's do that. So Melty will heal. Melty won't heal like all that much. So it works out in my favor. Oh, my goodness. If I do this, please use your true arts, my friend. Yes! Or, sorry, your arts. Well, he did it. He used his darts. I'm gonna have to switch that 70 to 80%. Yeah, I'm gonna. I really wanna. I like instinctively wanna like tap on him, but I don't. You know, I'm gonna let the AI take care of it. It's nice because it almost feels like I'm doing like a multiplayer battle where someone else is controlling. We actually won the battle. Where someone else is controlling the AI, when someone else is controlling all the other 3 characters, while you only get to control yours, because you're playing with 3 other people. So yeah, pretty neat. So that's it. Fox used his AI. And obviously you can apply without including the AI, and even though you didn't check the box when you set it in the menu in the mid-battle thing, it won't use the AI. At least I don't think. It takes too long to go through all the menus, so I don't want to test it, but you can test it on your own if you really want to. So I'm going to change this to 80%. That works out for me. 80% or less. Heal. I did say 70% or less. So I think 80% or less works out. So yeah, to go over this one more time. Equipment. Skill. Skill CT is at 100%. Use it. The thing is, you can set this stuff differently. You can set, like, to use the 3rd equipment when skill CT is at 100%, to then use that 3rd equipment, or something like that, right? If it's like the equipment that has like 5 seconds and like a 5-second CT and stuff like that. So yeah, when exclamation point meaning does not use, when Mega Drive is not active, use your true arts. When Maggie is active, use your true hearts. And when Maggie is active and your health drops below 80%, use your arts. It's that simple. It's genuinely just that simple. And obviously, I bet it would show up for like beast mode and all that other stuff. Ooh, here's one thing I forgot to mention, and this is really, really important. Say I wanted to use my arts as Vox. This is just an example. When Maggia Drive is active, of course, at another condition, you have the regular conditions here. For example, when 100 seconds or more have passed, you can change that obviously to 200 seconds or less than 200 seconds. When 10 seconds have passed, then use your arts or whatever. More or less than then, when there are a certain amount of enemies in the fights, when the boss is using their arts or is not using their arts, to do that. Like I did the poison thing. You have arts or true arts, or you have when this unit has used true arts an even number of times, or when this unit has used arts an even number of times. When this unit has used, when this unit's true arts has been used one time or more, it'll use their skill or their arts or true arts, or you can add more conditions to please yourself. You could set it to randomly use his arts on the 3rd wave, or on the 6th wave, like the denial of the princess fight, or on the very last wave to just immediately use his arts, because it's really important. Or this, when the boss break gauge is 100% or more, to use specific things. And obviously you can change this, like when the boss break gauge is 20%, to save up to use his true arts. So there's a lot of shit you can do with this. Here's the special thing. Boss. You have to fight, and currently, as it shows, these are the only 2 glowing. You have the dragon and the denial of the princess. I have one of these. You have to fight them, and in the loot menu, where you can see like the loot that you gathered after the boss fight, one of these symbols will appear from that boss. You have to unlock all of them in order to like get these features from the boss. So I currently have this one. When Fallen Light is active or is not active, then to use his true arts, art, skill, equipment, blah blah blah. So that is the last important feature. But if you want to unlock them all, you're basically just going to have to set up your own AI team if you really want it, and just farm the boss. I'm pretty sure that's just what they want you to do, to set up your own team to fight and farm these bosses. I mean, I don't think you have to do like the Awakened level, because I unlocked this on Pro, so you really don't have to break your back to unlock all of them. But I bet you probably have to break your back to unlock like at least one out of them all. I don't know. But yeah, that is really all I got. When the race of this unit is, you got all of them. I don't really know about that one. I guess this would have to do with equipment. But yeah. Okay, look at that. When the unit's skill has been used 1 or more times, so people like Yo, for example, when he uses his skill 5 times, then uses true arts, because that's a prime time to use his true arts, because he's dealing a lot of damage, and then go back to using his arts, and then uses true arts when he's maxed out, pretty much. So there's a lot of stuff still that I can do to mess with this stuff, but pretty much that is all I've got. So guys, 1, 2, 3 equipment skill, Mega Drive, TA, arts. Cool. Yeah, close without saving. It's not like I changed anything in here, right? Oh, I did change something. That's right. Just put it to 80% or less. Boof. Ma boofoo. You boofoo. Thank you so very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope that this was at least somewhat helpful for you. And yeah, till next time.